Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sport.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B. You.
You already know the drill. You know the drill. You know the drill.
My bad. What's going on, man? It's Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
Boy, Scotty B.
I guess I should.
Definitely a time delay, man. Definitely a time delay. Always happens like that.
Sorry, man. I apologize. But what's good, man? We had a week off, but we here. It wasn't really that much of a week, but we're here.
A lot of ground to cover, man. A lot of things happen. I mean, you got the Olympics, which I'm very not interested in. I don't know what it is. I wanted to get your take on this. I can never get into the Winter Olympics. I'm good with the Summer Olympics, but the Winter Olympics, I always struggle on whether or not to watch. I feel like I'm forcing myself to watch in the Winter Olympics.
Well, probably because you can't really relate to a lot of those sports. Now, in the Summer Olympics, you have other sports that you can relate to, right? So that you can relate to those sports, and then it drives you to like the gymnastics, the swimming, that those other sports that you may or may not, be interested in normally, right? Now, I will say this. I don't want to say it. I'm gonna say it. Could it be that it's more of the Caucasian sports in the Winter Olympics, because is why you don't really feel a need to watch or necessarily tune into the Winter Olympics?
I would say a little of both for what you said. I had never thought about it, but you're right. So I like watching anything with competition. I think most people that watch sports likes to watch a competition to where they don't know who the winner is going to be or what the outcome is going to be. But to your point, some of those winter sports, they're not relatable, and you've never played them, and just watching snowboarding, skiing, and stuff like that. It takes a lot of skill to be good at those sports and to compete in the Olympics, but it doesn't draw interest. Now, I am happy that the men's hockey team got gold.
The men's and the women.
The men's and the women. So I'm happy about that. But other than that, other than that story, and then finding out that they went through a lot of condoms. I don't know if you heard that story.
I did hear that. I heard about
those are the two most exciting things.
Well, the other thing about the Winter Olympics, and even I guess you would call Nike an American company, right? They didn't have enough Team USA hockey jerseys printed or something like that. They had more. I guess they figured that Canada was gonna win, right? And so they didn't produce as many or enough American hockey jerseys I saw something about that, which is kind of crazy. But then you think about it as like, well, they haven't won in a long time, and they were playing Canada, who Canada's pretty much been dominating the United States in hockey for some time. So I can understand that, but still.
No, you're right though. But it's almost equivalent to where if we played Canada in basketball, like you wouldn't expect Canada to win there. I mean, and the U.S. has lost before, but it's just an expectation that we win gold in basketball, just like it's an expectation that Canada wins gold in hockey.
Yeah, no, you're right, and I mean, I think that is true. That we're not expected to do as well in the Winter Olympics as we are. Like the expectations in the Summer Olympics are so different, right? The expectations is the United States should definitely have the most golds. They should have the highest medal count in the Winter Olympics. Not as much. It's the European countries and Canada who they expect to have the higher medal count, the higher golds. And this year, the United States broke the record again of medals. So I feel like that yes, you didn't really watch, but there was a lot of viewership, like more than normal, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really watched neither. I didn't. I was just like, man, I was more mad that Chicago PD and the Law and Orders weren't coming on. So it was just like, man, this is crazy. But congratulations to the men's and women's hockey team. All those athletes. The United States did come in second in the medal count. But I think they came in second to Norway or something like that. Nonetheless, it was a pretty good showing, especially for the hockey team, on both hockey teams. So I guess shout out to them.
So I got a question to ask.
And shout out to everybody that didn't watch it too, huh?
I got a question to ask you, and it's not sports related, but I got to ask. T.I. versus 50. T.I.'s diss track. What'd you think about it?
Thought it was good.
Me too. I thought it was good too.
But here's the thing with that. 50's not gonna release any music. He's not gonna, and it's a shame. Will he succumb to the pressure of, oh, I need to release music? I highly doubt it. I think 50 is gonna which to me it's only gonna increase T.I. sales when his album comes out. He's about to release his music video for Let Him Know. It's only gonna add to the lore of T.I. Whether people want to agree with it or not, I think it's gonna add to it because 50 ain't saying something, and 50's like the boogeyman. I guess some people will call him the boogeyman. Some people would say he's petty. He is. He's a bully. They're gonna say all those things. But me personally, you know how I am. I want to hear the music, man. I don't care about memes. I don't care about real. I don't care about none of those really. We laugh at them sometimes. But like, if I'm being honest, him posting T.I.'s wife didn't like. It didn't make me say, "Oh, one, we've seen that picture already," or a picture similar to that, because she's definitely had unflattering pictures out there before. So that didn't really do nothing. I was like, "Where's the music?" Right? And then so when T.I., and I ain't a big fan of his son. I think that his son could be a little annoying. Like I want to kick him in the forehead or something. But I feel like you gotta defend your mom, and I'm with him 100% with that. So, but I thought the music was good. We'll see what 50 does. He's just probably gonna post some on Instagram or something like that, and it's gonna be like, whatever, you know.
Right. All right. So look, it's a lot going on, right? So you got basketball that's heating up. You got college basketball that's there. You got everybody's at combine, preparing for the draft. So it's a real interesting time in sports. What have you been following? Like what are you most intrigued by?
Everything you just talked about. What makes college basketball more fun is when you have some of the top teams play, right? So this past weekend we had Duke versus Michigan. That was 1 versus 3, right in the backyard at Capital One Arena. I would have loved to go, but I wasn't paying those prices that they had. The seats were like $800 for the nosebleeds. It was like ridiculous. But you have some intriguing matchups. Do I feel like Michigan can win a national championship? Absolutely. But you also have like a bunch of other schools. You have Duke, you have Houston, you have Arizona, and people better watch out for Kansas, because I know the Darren Peterson situation where he's pretty much pulling a Kawhi, but if he constantly plays, he's the best player in the nation. Like,
you talking about that game there? He only played like 18 minutes.
I mean, well, there's been plenty of games where he just hasn't played, or for whatever reason. But what I think that he's gonna play in this tournament, the Big 12 tournament, they're probably gonna win it. It's gonna be them in Arizona and Houston, because those 3 teams they all could beat each other.
Arizona,
I think Kansas just beat Houston. But the thing with that is you have Dan Peterson. If he plays like we know he can play, they're gonna win the Big 12, and they're probably gonna win a national championship. So people better watch out for them. I'm not picking them yet because I'm not gonna pick them. I may do it on on one bracket, but they're scary. So come March Madness time, it's gonna be real crazy. Now I will say, ironically, which is a change, I've been actually watching more college basketball than NBA basketball. And I know that sounds crazy, but I've been watching more college basketball than NBA basketball. And if I'm being honest, ain't that many teams that's interesting. Like, you got, I watch Miami games for obvious reasons, right? But even those sometimes it's like, now if you're not watching San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Detroit, I watch the Knicks because they've been struggling, and it's been making me laugh because it's like these Knicks fans.
I don't even want to get into. My God, that Cavs game yesterday. My God,
the Cavs game, the Rockets game. I think they won the Rockets game, but it was like, because the Rockets were cold in the fourth quarter. But the Detroit, like, first of all, I know a few weeks ago I said that the Knicks are going to beat Detroit in the 7-game series. Let me tell you something, Scott. They're not going to beat Detroit.
So I got an interesting take about that, right?
Okay.
So right now, it's easy to kick the Knicks winner down, right? A lot of people are looking down. They're like, you know what? It's not going to get it done. And I agree. The team that I watched yesterday is not going to get it done. But if we could figure out somehow, some way to get Karl Anthony Towns more involved in the offense, that's where it starts, right? Jalen Brunson, he's going to give you what he's been giving the team, right?
Yeah.
But the ball has got to go through Karl Anthony Towns. The offense at some point has to work through him. Well, you have off shooting nights like we had in the third quarter. You need to throw the ball down at the low post and get easy baskets. We didn't do that. So I think some of those things are fixable if Mike Brown just gets out of his own way and figures out how to get him more involved. The Detroit Pistons, I say right now, is the best team in the East, but they haven't been battle tested yet.
Who?
And when we get to the playoffs, they got to get some scars on them, man. And we'll see. I'm hoping the Knicks get that third seed. We get the third seed. More than likely, let me see who will play first. I'm trying to think who has the 6th seed now.
I could tell you in a second. Hold on. But I mean, I don't see the Knicks having a problem getting out of the first round. I don't think that's an issue. I mean, right now they would have to play the 76. Oh, forget it. The 76ers ain't no slouch, buddy.
I don't know. I think we can beat the 76ers. I think that's the matchup. I think that's the matchup I want to see.
Y'all have no one that can stay in front of Maxey. And Towns, I hope you know, and Embiid is playing well. Y'all not. So let me tell you something. I mean, you know, if the playoffs started right now, y'all had to play the Sixers. Y'all would be 1 and done, and y'all would lose in 5. And y'all will lose in 5.
We'll beat the Sixers, and then the Celtics will be the next round. We'll beat the Celtics, and we'll be in the Eastern Conference Championship against the Pistons. It'll be the Knicks and the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
Listen, no, the Knicks are not making it. I'm confused because
they would be.
The other thing. Hold on. So you're forgetting about the Cavs. You're forgetting about the Cavs. And I tell you what, that the James Harden that you're seeing right now is one that is making everyone better.
Yeah, but he's also got a fractured thumb, though.
Go ahead.
He's also got a fractured thumb.
So he ain't got to shoot like that.
I mean, look, thumb injuries are tricky, and I'm telling you, you're a football player, so I know you've injured your thumb a lot. Your thumb is your basis of your hand. If your thumb, it controls everything. So you're talking about dribbling, you're talking about shooting. Like, he needs his thumb. That's going to be a hindrance. Now, I will agree with you. The Cavs are playing some really good ball since the trade. I believe they're 6-1. Since they made the trade, but let's not get it twisted. As terrible as the Knicks played last night, the Cavs didn't play that well. They didn't play that great. Like they
beat you by 15.
Yeah, but they didn't play. They didn't consider we have won the series matchup. We've beat them 2 out of 3 times. Yeah, they won that game yesterday, but I didn't see a team that's unbeatable.
Let me tell you something.
Not as concerned with the Cavs. I'm concerned about the Pistons. We'll see them at Eastern Conference Championship.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna bring up one name for you and the reason why y'all wouldn't even beat the Cavs if y'all had to play them. You listening? Jared Allen.
I'm listening.
Jared Allen.
Okay, he's playing good.
He's playing good is an understatement. So these are his last. I'm gonna go backwards. His last 7 games. Last night, 19-10. The game before that, 11-13. The game before that, 26-14, 15-10, 21-9, 22-13, 29-10. If he's doing that, the Knicks don't stand a chance. Listen,
if Harden is out there, that
Karl-Anthony Towns don't want to be in New York. He don't want to play for y'all coach.
For Mike Brown? No, he don't want to play. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to play for Mike Brown either. But I'm telling you, that's James Harden with Jared Allen. Like those stats that he's unlocked a different part of his game since that trade, but got a fractured thumb. So we're going to see how that's all going to shake out.
Okay. All right. So look, before we go any further into sports, I do want to, occasionally, we kind of have guests often, but I figured that we'll invite somebody on the show. And I know this guy. Well, actually, I coach this guy. Hopefully, he has nice things to say about me. But I have like amazing things to say about him. He's coaching high school football in Richmond as well, and but he's doing more than that. The main thing is what we, especially in high school, it's about the kids, right? And he's doing something that a lot of people haven't done, right? And as a high school coach, it's about the kids, but the particular school that they're at, and I'll let him explain it, people have counted these guys out for years, right? And so a lot of the coaches on that staff I know well, and they don't. They have these kids back. It's amazing to see what they're doing. Let's get them on. Coach Chalmers. Well, let's get this man up in here somewhere. There you go.
Hey, how y'all doing, fellas? How y'all doing?
Mama, it's good. What's good?
Doing good, man. Can't complain.
So Kurt, before we get started, you got anything nice to say about me before we get started?
Yeah, Ant, that's my guy, man. He was my coach for the Royals and the Saints too. So yeah, the Saints was a grind, but on the Royals, we got that first season, got the ring, conference and national championship. So yeah.
Saints that last Saints year was brutal. That was like a test of our wills, and it was crazy.
Yes, it was.
Man, it's good to have you here, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate being here.
And I want you to talk a little bit. Let me say before. So, well, you go ahead and talk about what you've done at the school and everything.
So, I'm the running back coach, recruit coordinator for Richmond High School for the Arts. So I've been doing this for the last probably 3 to 4 years as a recruit coordinator. Mm-hmm. We're in a Title I school here in Richmond, Virginia. So we don't have the luxury to have a lot of athletes that play on our football team. So like last season, we had 23 players.
In a program.
We're not totally in the program because we had like 23 on varsity and like 25, 26 on JV.
Got you. So 48. 49.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it's really kind of hard to split time because back in the day, if you could play JV, you could play varsity, right. But it's like a quarter system now, so you can only play a certain amount of quarter. Yeah, 5 quarters. Yeah, so we have that challenge as well too. So our schedule is a gauntlet in the Dominion District, and luckily we won our first district game against Clover Hill in a long time last season through the leadership of our head coach, Coach Hutchinson. But yeah. But the background of our school, so I did this research last season. Since 2004, we only won 12 games in 20-some years.
Yeah.
Out of like 210 games, and we won a game 2 years back to back under our leadership of our coach, Coach Hutchinson.
Right. So, and I'm aware.
Hold on. You said 12 games in 22 years?
Yes, 12.
Yeah.
How many games y'all play a season? 10? 8?
10.
Mm-hmm. So now, yeah. So and that's part of the problem, right? So let's be clear. It's not. It's what sometimes happens is, for instance, let's say they get someone that's a highly touted athlete, because there's a lot of kids that's in that district that don't go to that school for whatever reason. I'm not gonna, whatever. They may and they go to a county school or something like that. And so it makes it hard for the coaches to really build a relationship, develop the kids, because the talented kids are going off to some county school. We're not gonna name any schools and things like that. So again, I know a lot of these guys on this staff, right? Whether they were a teammate of mine or coaching, whatever, they busting their butt. So I want you to talk about what I saw the other day.
Yes, sir.
With the kids getting signed, and what was your responsibility with that?
So the most in the school history, we had 6 signees going off to college. We got 2 going to Avery University, 2 going to Shenandoah, 1 going to Miss Ferguson in Kansas, an NAIA school, and the other one going to Ottawa University, which is another NAIA school in Kansas. So we celebrate them on Monday, for the hard work they did and being consistent on the team. And like behind the scenes, I ain't gonna lie, it's tough because I've been coaching for a while. Before I got into the whole recruitment thing, I remember a former student as a wide receiver that's at Virginia State right now was like pretty much venting that he didn't get no offer. And I was trying to figure out like why he didn't get an offer. So like, maybe coach is going to visit because I didn't know how the process worked. I didn't do no research. And I know Twitter was the avenue for that. So I just started hitting up coaches. And eventually he got his first offer at Brevard. And we drove 6 hours in one day, go visit the coach, see the school, talk to them, and 6 hours come back in one day. So 12 hours plus in that one day, just to make sure that, because I didn't like how he felt. He's from Hillside and, he wanted to be something better. And he really didn't have no direction. So I understand where he was coming from. So I want to like just take those steps to do the same and just trying to like look out for him. And then it just continued from there. So just like constantly on Twitter, constantly just looking at researching schools. We have more no's than we have yes. So, but it's a lot of messages like DM, email, because our school is really not on a lot of people's radar. But I keep telling the kids, if you can be consistent on the field, somebody's going to notice you.
Yep.
And the way the transfer portal is now, like in my head, I ain't really thinking about D1 right now. I'm trying to get you in school who wants you to play football for them.
Yep. And that's a good point too, right? Because the way the transfer portal is, first of all, if I'm not mistaken, the NAIA guys, they still gonna have 4 years after they're done at the NAIA. So to me, I think that's one. It helps them. One, it's gonna help them develop. They still gonna get a degree, and still have 4 years to play somewhere. Whether even if they transfer to another D2, a D3, who cares, right? You get the most important things that they getting out from the area that they grew up in, and that they're also getting an opportunity to continue to play football, right? So you said 6, right?
6. So
yeah, man, that's dope, man. I think that one, I commend you because it ain't easy, right? Especially when you guys are what, 1A or 2A?
We're 4A.
So technically you're 4A, and I tell people like this, and your school is probably what, 1,800 kids? No, probably less than that. Probably like
13. We got more Hispanic kids than black kids.
So now you got 1,300 kids in that school. It's a big Hispanic population. So out of that 13, your pool of football guys is probably, you probably cut that by a third. So you probably only have 400 that would even consider playing football, right? And then you cut that in like a fourth of that because they got to be eligible, and you have to deal with eligibility. So you're a 4A school, but you probably have like a 1A pool, right? And not to mention you're playing these powerhouses in not only in your district but in your class. So it's just like, man. So again, you guys are doing a hell of a job. Like it's amazing, and I know there are people like, man, why don't y'all just leave? Right? That's the easy thing to do. And so I commend you guys. We gotta do something for them 6. Maybe we could set something up to do an interview with them.
Okay.
Just so they could, we get their names out and who knows what happens. You know what I'm saying? Right. But again, we appreciate that.
No problem.
What's their name? You got all their names?
Yeah, so we got Nathan Clemens. He's gonna be playing offensive guard at Avery. Chris Irby, wide receiver. Michael Benson gonna be playing DB at McFerrin College in Kansas. Jarrell gonna be playing center or guard at Ottawa University. Hezekiah was like our star linebacker. He's gonna be playing safety at Shenandoah, and CJ Dunn he'll be playing DN at Shenandoah.
And Shenandoah is a D3 school, but it's competitive, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's competitive.
Definitely is.
Yeah, and like we was going to a camp out there too every year. Go ahead, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what else can we do to support the program? Not just us, but like let's say somebody was listening to us. Like what can we do to help you guys?
And just a lot of support from outside because we need a community. It takes a village to, just to help us grow anyway. We do have a great amount of support, but we would appreciate a little bit more. Just to get our kids out there because our kids still get overlooked a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes it's like we get the appreciation and love, but it's just like, these kids, we had a challenge. We have to travel from the school to Westover to practice, probably only practice like an hour and a half, come back. The kids, sometimes worry about the kids' mental sometimes, but far as losing and then they have to go to home, whatever they got to deal with. Because I know some of the kids use football as their escape as well. Just support, just more support, and anything y'all want to bring to the table, we'll talk about.
He's talking about money, y'all. He's talking about if y'all want to donate to the program.
Yeah, I was there
because money. So, and that's another thing that we didn't talk about, and you just brought it up. You guys don't play a home game, right? All 10 games are on the road, and that's probably been before you got there or since.
So when I did the research, it's been like that forever. It looked like it's been like that forever for real.
So and you know what's wild is that this years ago when I played for the Virginia Vipers. I'm talking about 2010, 2011. We used to play at the time, George Wythe, and I remember when we played some night games there, and people used to say, "Wait, we didn't even know the lights worked because they wouldn't play night games because of the location and the situations out there, and two, they didn't play. I don't even know why they didn't play at that field, but it's crazy, man. It's unfortunate, really, because hopefully it's gonna change. I think they're building a new school, and so hopefully they build a new football field.
Yes,
and it has to change, so because whether people want to believe it or not, football keeps a lot of these schools. They pay the bills, even like y'all might not be winning a lot right now. Football still pay the bills. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. But yeah, man, we whatever we need to do to support y'all, man, we gonna do. And we continue to get the word out. We'll set up a time to get the kids going too.
Okay, cool, man. I'll let them know too.
All right.
Hey, good having you on here, Coach.
Definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate you for inviting me.
Look. Hey, I got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Right? I know you did the Marine thing. Congratulations to you. You just got married. What you laughing at, man? Yo, chill out. You got one season left in you?
We sit here and get my back checked out. Also, it's Air Force, but I did get accepted into the doctor program at George Washington University.
I see, that's dope right there. Shout out to you, man.
Trying to do the right thing out here, man.
So question, Coach. What position did you play? Still play?
Linebacker, DB.
Linebacker, DB. Okay.
He wanted to play running back, but he was terrible at running back.
I was not. Stop that. Right. Stop that now.
All right.
Stop that. I got hurt once. Stop.
All right. So it was one play. He said, hey, let me play one. I was like, all right.
Hey.
This man got the ball. He did the slowest spin move.
No. That was when I picked up the fumble and I did the spin move.
I
only did that because I only did that because I knew the kids was in the game.
All right. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, and shout out to Kurt too, because he did have the kids coming. They was helping with the chains. They, and we kind of held them and said, that was one of the best parts too, is having the kids come to the games and they being around the guys and seeing, because believe it or not, they look at some of them dudes, they see somebody like Tunde or whoever, they're like, damn,
they still talk about him to this day too. They still talking about him.
Yeah. Man, Tunde is a sucker. That's my guy though. But nah, man, again, appreciate you coming on, man.
No problem.
We'll link up and holler at them kids as well. And they and maybe even some of the younger guys that's coming up, that's just another, because once they get on live or whatever, they're gonna post that joint and show it to all their friends and whatever. And somebody may see it. We may post some of their highlights. But again, man, appreciate you.
No problem.
And we'll link up.
All right, man. I thank y'all.
Definitely. All right. All right. So shout out to Coach Chalmers.
Absolutely. That's crazy, man. Like listening
it'd be
to
like that. It'd be. Listen, man. Trust me. I know the feeling, man. I was at. I want to tell
you, you could write a book. You could write a book of all your coaching chronicles. I mean, I hear your stories, but just to hear that's like dedication. I think you said it best, right? It's easy to just give up, and when you're losing and times get hard, to just go to another school, but to actually sit there and say, you know what, we're building a program. We're investing in the kids. We're going to get them other opportunities so that they're successful. That's commendable. So I definitely want to do whatever I can to support. 12 games in 22 years.
Yeah, but let's be clear. They were playing teams like Rhina, Manchester, teams that go to the constantly go to the playoffs, constantly are winning championships. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? But they're doing the right thing though.
But truth be told, there's not that many sorry schools in Richmond. I mean, a lot of those schools are good schools. So I mean, to your point, yeah, they're not just playing like anybody. I mean, it's a lot of talent in Richmond. So I would expect that.
Yeah. All right. So we got the draft coming up. The combine. I'm sorry. The combine actually starts tomorrow with I think the linemen start tomorrow. Now I think they've started doing interviews. They started doing, so supposedly Jeremiah Love had an interview with the Commanders today.
Okay.
I don't like that. I would hate to have to root against Jeremiah Love. I can't root against Jeremiah Love. I can't. I won't. I can't. But if he go to
Commanders, that's me, your guy though. I will say this.
Yeah.
2 years ago, you called it. I'll give you. I always give you your credit when you deserve it. 2 years ago, that was somebody that you highlighted that you was like, yo, he's gonna be that back. And I was like, well, he might be a homer because it's Notre Dame, and he's been that guy. So yeah. I'll give you your credit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because I'll be at the, you see somebody on TV, you be like, man, whatever. Man, listen. Like, for instance, I know people always talk about the game against Penn State last year in the Orange Bowl when he had that run, right? The touchdown where he broke a bunch of tackles. Man, seeing that in person, you're like, what the did he really just do that? And mind you, he was hurt. His knee was messed up. So seeing people in person, you're like, damn, yo. But I feel like he's gonna. I hope he's not a Commander, man. I would hate to have to. I wouldn't root against him, but I'd be pissed because I'm definitely going to the Cowboys Commanders game next season.
I got a question for you. I got a question I've been meaning to ask you.
Okay.
All right. So we got Tua. You got Kyler Murray.
Gosh.
I guess Justin Fields to an extent.
Oh man.
If you're a GM, and we know the Raiders are going to pick a quarterback, number one. Mm-hmm. But let's say you're a GM and the Raiders situation, and you don't have the number one pick,
right?
Which quarterback are you going after?
Wait, you say you don't have the number one pick?
You don't have the number one pick. Let's say you don't have a quarterback. You're in the Raiders situation where you're looking for a potential starter, and you've got Kyler Murray.
Let's choose somebody else because they got the number one pick. So anybody. So if you're just saying a team, you're just saying a team.
So let's say the Steelers. So the Steelers have the option of going back to Aaron Rodgers. They're not going back to Justin Fields. They got option of Tua, Kirk Cousins, Kyler Murray. Who are you going with?
Oh gosh, this. If I have to choose between all of them, I'll probably go with Kyler Murray, and this is why. Okay. He's the youngest out of all of them, right? He's gonna have something to prove. I feel like Tua got a noodle arm. He can't throw the ball. He can't. So I would probably go with Kyler Murray, and the Steelers should probably go after Kyler Murray. But I think they will have to trade for him unless the Cardinals don't sign, or unless they cut him. I don't know if they're gonna cut him. I don't know what the cap hit is off the top. But between the guys that you just said, I would go get Kyler Murray. I wouldn't.
Pittsburgh.
I
think Pittsburgh going to go back after Aaron Rodgers and
that's
draft a quarterback.
That's what they're saying. But if the Steelers were smart, they would leave Aaron Rodgers alone, do their job at the draft combine, scout the other quarterbacks, draft the quarterback. So, I'm hearing that they're gonna the mock draft say they're gonna go get Ty Simpson. I would tell him not to because I think he's trash. But I don't think he's gonna be a good pro. Personally, I didn't think he was that good at Alabama, but people loved him. Whatever. But if anything, I would, of course, look. You have to combine, do your job, scout the talent. But bringing in a vet, I would either go after Kirk Cousins or probably Kirk Cousins because he knows he's more at the tail end. So he's just gonna hold the fort down until like the next quarterback is ready. So
you would go with Kirk Cousins over Aaron Rodgers?
I would go Kirk Cousins over Aaron. Yeah. I think Aaron Rodgers is. Kirk Cousins is probably going to be cheaper. So I think Aaron Rodgers is. I don't know. Getting Aaron Rodgers, I guess. But if you're asking me, I'll get Kirk Cousins to be like the Kurt Warner to Eli Manning or something. Just hold the fort down for a year, and
let's figure out something, right?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go with somebody we drafted after a year. Who's the better? I apologize, y'all. Who's the better teammate? Right. I would think that Kirk Cousins is a better teammate than Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, they called them Kirk Cochains or whatever they call them. From what we see, we see that Kirk Cousins' teammates like him better than Aaron Rodgers' teammates like him.
Okay, I could go with that. So
and all he has to do is hold the fort for a year. The Steelers are going to be trashing that shit. They need to get it through their skulls that they're not going to be good. And honestly, if I was the front office, I'm getting rid of all those bad consciences, all those old guys. So I would trade TJ Watt and get as much compensation as I can. Probably Patrick Queen out of there. Get all of those guys out of there, rebuild, and start over because I don't know.
So while we're talking about Pittsburgh,
the
draft is going to be in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Are we there or are we not?
Oh, absolutely.
I think we need to go to the draft.
We'll be there. No. Hold on. I don't know why you even thought it was. I don't know. Yes, we'll be there. And you know what? We'll be there next year. Well, I'll be there for different reasons. right? I think, and it's in DC next year.
Ah.
And you know who's going in the draft next year?
Oh yeah, I already know.
So we gonna be there. We might have a party at the crib.
Let's do it.
But yeah, so out of those guys, you said Aaron Rodgers, Tua, Kirk Cousins, and Kyler Murray. Who you getting out of those four? If you're the Steelers,
I agree with you. I would go with Kyler Murray. I wouldn't go with Tua. I agree with what you're saying about Tua. I don't think Miami was.
Go ahead. What about Miami?
Yeah, that contract, to get rid of that contract. I mean, he might be staying in Miami. I mean, they're going to have to give.
He's done. They're gonna get rid of him. He's gone. Listen. They're gonna go sign Malik Willis. Malik Willis is probably gonna get a 2-year, $60 million contract, or maybe 3 years. 3 years, $80 million.
Do you think that he's worth that? You think that he's worth that amount?
You're worth what they're willing to pay you, bro.
I mean, hey, I can't hate on nobody for getting their dollars, but I'm just like, wow.
I mean, he's shown in a little bit of time. Now you got to remember he was with LaFleur, but we'll see. I mean, when he's gotten his opportunities, he's performed, and I heard somebody say he's similar to, like, I guess, Tyler Huntley or Teddy Bridgewater. Or Teddy
I was
Bridgewater
thinking more Josh Johnson, but
no, he only been in the league 3 years.
I mean, he's been in the league for 3 years,
or 4 years or something like that. But I mean, he's only been on 2 teams.
I don't think he's as good as Huntley or Teddy Bridgewater. That's a stretch. I mean, I don't know. That's tough. But I guess you're right, because that's what they're saying, is that he's the premier backup quarterback. Like he'll win you some games if your starter goes down. So okay,
he don't lose that much. I mean, the only time he really lost was, I mean, he didn't even really I mean, he's barely lost. I don't know if he's lost as a starter. He didn't play much in Tennessee, if at all. When
he played a little bit in Tennessee. He played a little bit in Tennessee,
but he was a rookie though. It wasn't. It was. Listen, we talking about Tennessee, and I don't even know if I don't know, but I think that I think he'd be all right. I don't know if the Dolphins are going to be that good, but I mean, we'll see. And I don't know if they're going to go and get him, but that's the word, that they're going to go after Malik Willis, and hopefully he get the bag. That's Liberty's own. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. So look, we're gonna cut this short. All right, we'll be back next week. We covering the CIAA this weekend. Hopefully Virginia State goes back to back, and we may even. I ain't gonna get people's hopes up, but it's better. Hey, undersell and over deliver. That's what I'm gonna go with. But we'll be back next week. With more. The combine will be over, I think, by then. And it's gonna be. Let me ask you a question. What's your favorite, before we get out of here? What's your favorite part of the combine?
So I want to say when they throw the throwing drills, but I want to say the DB drills.
Okay.
The DB drills. I like the run, like the when they do their 40-yard dash.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what
it's just interesting to watch. Just put the NFL Network on and just watch and listen to the commentating. So
yeah, and so yeah, the 40 is like I definitely like to watch the 40s. I think that this draft class is gonna be pretty damn good. So one last thing. I think the NFL should, because we didn't talk about the UFL and the rule changes, right? But I think the NFL should for during Pro Bowl time, they should go back to the competitions that they used to have back in the day, like the fastest man, the receiver drill type things where they got to catch and it's like a relay race type thing. I think they should go back to some of that stuff. The actual Pro Bowl itself is weak, so I think doing those things or just send it back to Hawaii. I don't know, but all right, man, let's get up out of here.
All right, man.
You got anything? You got anything for the people?
Nah, man. Just look forward to next week after the CIAA.
All right. This off the record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
Boy, Scotty B.
We out.
Anthony Adebayo. With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sport.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B.